Hello, welcome to the Starter Package Overview presented by ESS BIZTOOLS. I'm Peter Towers. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Advisory services covers a range of commercial activities. It certainly does. You know, in public practice, most of the work for SMEs really concentrates on the income tax return, taxation advice, preparation and lodgement of VAT returns. And that's very important for making sure that your client meets their obligations to the Australian government. However, that information, all of that work, does not really help your client in their day-to-day business activities. They need a lot more information. They need financial data, but they also need key performance indicators, business metrics, budgets, cash flows, business plans. That is what is integral to a business's success. I think we need, as an accountancy profession, to encourage our small, medium-sized accountancy firms to deliver a replica of what happens in a bit larger businesses where they might employ a full-time accountant or someone with the classification of being the chief financial officer. With today's technology, software and communications, you could deliver those services to a whole range of SME clients to assist them to navigate the extreme difficulties that all SMEs are facing, which are compounded, of course, at present by high interest rates, high inflation, and general uncertainty as to where businesses are going. So it's within that sort of framework that I want to make this presentation to you, that accountants in small firms, medium-sized firms, can offer a unique service package to SMEs. You won't be with them every day of the week, of course. You might only spend a couple of hours a week at some times with the clients, but you will have established the systems that enable the information to be produced. The recently retired tax commissioner was the former partner in KPMG. Whilst it was a large accounting firm, obviously a Big Four firm, he had an understanding of what was required within accountancy firms. And 2.5 years ago, he made a very direct warning to the accountancy profession that with the changes that were occurring in the tax office technology software, there was going to be far more direct lodges of income tax returns by taxpayers rather than going through an accountant or a tax agent. He urged the accounting profession to become the trusted advisor to SME clients. And if I might copy the wording of the former tax commissioner, Mr. Jordan, I do the same. I urge you to become the trusted advisor. And ESS BIZTOOLS is ready and willing to work with you to supply you the resources to enable you to deliver that trusted advisor service. So let's look at this range of commercial services that I think are vital for your SME clients. The preparation of quarterly or monthly financial accounts, whilst admirable, is not sufficient to be deemed advisory services, in my opinion. So within ESS BIZTOOLS, if you agree to become a subscriber to our starter package at the very attractive offer that we have at present, we start with the initial training to familiarise your team with business advisory services. Because I know that what we are talking about in the advisory services is at variance to what happens in most accountancy firms. I was the senior partner in an accounting firm, but I've also had the privilege of being the chief financial officer and company secretary of a listed public company. So I've seen the the accounting world from both sides, if you like, and I have a clear understanding of what the role of the employed accountant in an organization or the chief financial officer, obviously in a bit larger organization, is all about. And I honestly believe that with packages that we have developed at ESS BIZTOOLS and the technology and communications, you can deliver advisory services to help your clients survive and prosper. So we start off with a business advisory services training that takes your team through 13 modules to familiarize themselves with this different challenge that they will be involved in. And the key document is the SME needs analysis. This is a document that was originally produced by the Financial Management Research Centre that was based at the University of New England and headed by people like Andrew Geddes, Sam Beasley. That document basically identified a whole series of discussion points. Over the years, with Andrew Geddes's permission, we have expanded what was in the original document to cover a whole range of business issues that your client might be waking up at 3 a.m. of the morning worrying about. We want you to be able to have a conversation with your client so that you can get that confidence from your client that he or she knows that you are able to supply not only first-class taxation services, but also meaningful advisory services to help them with the day-to-day challenges of running a business. Because that client's friend who's running a larger business and has got an employed accountant has probably told him that he can sit down and talk to his accountant whenever he wishes, that he can ask him to check out some figures, that he can update cash flow forecasts, that he can prepare a projected profitability report on a new venture, that he can advise him of funding issues and perhaps talk to him about undertaking some research and development, which might lead in to more innovative activity and the need to look at trying to raise additional funds for the business, whether it's capital as an early stage innovation company or crowdsource funding, equity raising, or perhaps some other form of raising capital, Section 708 of the Corporations Act. We have 10 training sessions per annum that are part of the starter package. That's a group training where you will be participating in a Zoom presentation with other firms all over Australia. And you will have the benefit of hearing their questions and their comments. And it's all part of a learning exercise to help your team understand the intricacies of delivering advisory services on an ongoing basis to your clients. I know that this will just not happen. You need to promote, you need to communicate with your clients that you are changing the range of services that you are offering to them. You need to give them information so that they gain an understanding of what advisory services means, because most of your clients don't know what that terminology means. Times I wonder whether we as an accounting profession know what it means. So we start this with a monthly newsletter, which 17 years ago we implemented. And ever since, we've been producing it at least 10 times a year, and more recently, 12 issues on a monthly basis, together with 2 additional issues, one on the federal budget as it affects SMEs, and the second one on an end-of-year tax planning type overview. Business Plus newsletter is uploaded to our website on the second Friday of a month. Our subscribers badge it and are able then to send it to their clients. Each edition includes 4 to 6 articles that are presented to SMEs on a variety of subjects. So we are trying to cover the broad spectrum of the SME market. People who are thinking about starting a business, people who have recently started a business, people who are now wanting to go down the innovative pathway, people who are growing and needing more funds contributed to the business, who might be interested in raising capital, people who are thinking of succession issues because they're approaching retirement age and are wanting to reorganize their affairs. There's a whole range of issues affecting the SME market. We try to cover those items, and over a year, we cover a wide variety of matters. Our suggestion is that you read the Business Plus before sending it to your clients, and you make a note of which clients might be interested in which particular article. And then 4 or 5 days later, make a phone call to them. Say, hi, did you read our latest newsletter? Now, there was an article there about research and development and leading into innovative activities. We have had a brief discussion about that a couple of months ago. Is that of interest to you? Do you want me to have a conversation with you? Or I've just sent you a latest issue of Business Plus, and there's a feature article there on the Export Market Development Grant. Do you know the grant is now open, and you had been indicating to me that you were starting to undertake export operations? Perhaps you could apply for a Tier 1 grant. I know your turnover's in excess of $100,000 per annum. That's the minimum turnover for a Tier 1 applicant. Would you like me to have a conversation with you where we can have a cup of tea or coffee or something a bit stronger if you wish, and look at the opportunities you have to apply for an export market development grant? That's the purpose of the Business Plus newsletter. We also have client mentoring and coaching modules that are pre-prepared, ready for you to be able to discuss issues with your clients, which might be debtors, might be starting a business, might be overview of grants that are available for SMEs. And we have client seminars. You have access to 12 of them. They're pre-prepared. You badge them with your firm name. You do some practice first to familiarize yourself with the presentation of a seminar, either to a live audience or using technology like Zoom to be able to present to clients and prospects situated anywhere, literally in the world. And we have more resources to assist you because we know you need to be able to respond to a client question. So if a client contacts you and says, tell me about research and development, we have a package within the starter package that enables you to have that discussion. And there is a flow chart there that will enable you to show to your client just how all the various components link together in the research and development. There are 343 papers in the package available for starter package subscribers, covering about 60 different subject headings. You can badge the papers and send them to your client. You can charge for them if you wish, and you don't even have to pay any more money to ESS BIZTOOls. That's all part of the package. So let's now start looking at what we call the critical components of advisory services. We've gone through the preparation. We've gone through how you promote and market and communicate to your client base and your prospects that you're open for business to deliver advisory services. We now get down to some of the critical information. You receive, first of all, everything that's contained, all the packages that are in the advisory intro package, which is step 1 of a 4-step process that ESS BIZTOOls has developed. But on top of that, you get a grant update each week because there are hundreds of grants being offered by the Australian state and territory governments, that some of which could be of interest to you. We have the Tradies Charge Out Rate Calculator. This is our most popular package within ESS BIZTOOls. Some of our accounting clients love it. In fact, Amanda Gascoigne, the well-known accounting industry coach and commentator, presented with me in one of our webinars a couple of months ago and made the comment that I love the ESS BizTools Tradies Charge Out Rate Calculator, because I have got accountants ringing me every year because they've got clients wanting to calculate what their charge out rate should be for the forthcoming year. It's a package that will assist you to really assist tradie clients. One of our clients, when he came to us, told me he had 10 tradie clients, but he'd heard we had a tradie charge out rate calculator and he wanted to use it. I'm now told he's got 120 clients, tradie clients. He's charging them $8,000 to $10,000 each per annum, more than their cost of their tax return. So he's now created $1 million business activity built around the tradies, because he's offering them monthly or 3 monthly financial accounts, but more importantly, key performance indicators, business metrics analysis, so that they can really understand how their business is going. And if for some reason productivity is lower than what was budgeted for the whole team or a section of the team, they have the opportunity to recalculate the figures using the Excel spreadsheet as part of our package, so that they can continually be targeting to earn a specific amount of money as their profit. The professional services firm's charge out rate calculator is very similar. And then we have the setting retail price calculations. Have you ever sat down with a client that's operating a retail business and tried to work out how they configure what's going on to achieve their profit target for the year? It's rather difficult, because they've got various components of stock. They'll have stars, they'll have cash cows, they'll have problem mines, and they'll have absolute disasters that no one owns up to having purchased, but it's there. And they've all got various markups. They've got their wages, they've got their business overhead costs. How do they configure what they're going to promote, how they're going to lay out their store, trying to entice people to buy various products so that they'll earn their targeted profit? It's a great exercise to work with a client on this, utilising the retail price calculator. Buying a business. I don't know how many people are buying businesses at present, but I'm sure some are. Plenty of people are starting a business, which we also have a package on. Research and development introduction. Within ESS BizTools, we wanted to make sure that in the starter package, which is the very beginning, as we see it, of accountancy firms getting involved in the delivery of advisory services, we wanted to give you resources that you can answer questions from clients of the general nature relating to advisory services. And I think research and development is one of those items. So the package we've got gives you the ability, if a client walks in and says, I've heard the government has a research and development incentive package. Can you tell me about it? Now, you might not be word familiar with every aspect of research and development, but you can click onto your screen, because the ESS BizTools overview of the research and development package will be there. And you'll be able to immediately say to your client, well, you're currently trading as a sole trader. You'll have to switch to a company, because you have to be a company to claim the research and development tax rebate. And you have to expend more than $20,000 of legitimate research and development expenditure items in the financial year. It doesn't have to just be one project. It could be as many projects as you like. You have to keep records. You have to undertake research into the past history to see whether anyone has already registered a patent for what you're proposing to do. And that can be anywhere in the world. So we have to check prior art. And we give you an example of what prior art means. you have to undertake a series of program research activities. So you can explain the whole thing to your clients. Debtors management is an enormous issue. I'm not very proud of the fact that Australia was classified as having the longest debtors days outstanding in the world a couple of years ago. Now, the Morrison government immediately reacted to that, and the Albanese government has reacted further recently to try to encourage big businesses to make payments within at least 30 days and to make sure government departments and state government departments are making payments within 30 days. Debtors management's a huge issue. There was an article written in the Financial Review in February this year, authored by the CEO of MYOB, who indicated that MYOB had conducted research on people starting in businesses and found that most of them were very poor on fiscal management. They had little understanding of how it all worked. And one of the key areas that he concentrated on was debtors management. We've got a complete system there for you to take your client through. And that flows then into the debtors systems manual. I think there's many reasons why debtors is a problem in Australia when you look at the systems that a lot of our clients have got in their offices. There's no written system on debtors in most cases. It's basically a hand-me-down knowledge. So someone's just talked through how they do it. There's notes written on little pieces of paper that are stuck on the side of computers and filing cabinets. That's no way to run a debtors system. People need to understand what their job involves. They need to understand how the Personal Property Securities Register operates, because that's an integral part of an effective debtors system. They need to understand how you calculate debtors days outstanding and why it is such an important key performance indicator for a business. And the leadership team needs to understand all these matters also. So there's a bit there. Selling a business. People are still selling businesses, of course, and this package will give you the guidelines to make sure they get the best possible deal. Succession planning is important, irrespective of the age of the people concerned. It might be the CEO or the founders wanting to retire, but it could be also a 21-year-old graduate coming into a firm, how the business is outlining the succession issues for that person, what additional experience and training that is going to be needed, what jobs in the organisation that person should perform. And we have the business evaluation workshop. My understanding in Australia is that we need to look at what happens. We've got a crisis every year through floods, bushfires, cyclones, and that causes businesses to have to sit down and reevaluate where they're going. So that's our overview of what's included in this overall package of services. And I hope that these observations will enable you to have a better understanding. So I've now gone to our website on ESS BIZTOOLS. You will notice we have 4 access levels: advisory, starter, advanced, and financial forecasting. Today, we're looking at the starter package, and I'm now going to access the content. So these boxes represent the starter package. There's a lot more if we go to the financial forecasting package. As you can see, there's a lot more information there. There's a different level in the advanced package. And then today, of course, we got the starter package, which is meant to be the starting area for accountancy firms that might have been doing some advisory services for your clients previously. I've now gone to the business advisory services training area, whereby we will be able to show you the 13 modules that are part of the initial training so that your clients can gain an understanding of what's involved. So we have an introduction to business advisory services, and these are all papers. So you can download these so your team members can look at getting organized for business advisory services, how you go about offering business advisory services, the use of the SME needs analysis. So if we look at one of these, we'll just download them. This is the team training, so it comes with its own procedure control form. And we have the team member survey form. So I'm going to bring that up. So the team member survey form, this is a sample of a form. We have our BAS number on it, BAS 008. We're trying to get some feedback from your team members so that you can sit and talk to them, understand what they think of their jobs. What do they want from the firm? What work do they like? Have they got particular knowledge in some areas that they think they could better use in the firm for your benefit? What type of work are they interested in undertaking? Most of these people are university graduates. I think you need to get their input. What's their vision of what they would like to be doing? So we've listed other audit, insolvency, taxation services. Then we've moved into the business advisory services. If you got that feedback from your team members, does that help you to deliver better services to your clients? So that is a brief overview of the package that we have there. The SME needs analysis is an important document. There are 3 variations of the SME needs analysis. I'm just going to pick up the main one. So these are the discussion points. Now you can hand this form to your client. I've done that with many clients over the years, and say to the client, you'll have a meeting with them in a week's time. It's amazing what comes back on this form. Crossed out, rubbed out, changes made. But what's their current business performance? What's their focus is on? They got a profit problem or a cash flow or the annual business valuation. Incidentally, do you prepare an annual business valuation for your SME clients? Very important for them to help them on this journey. So this is the overview that we just wanted to give to you today. If you have any questions on any aspect of the material contained within the starter package, can you please send us an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au. We have a special promotion for your investment. The starter package with a 50% discount, 12 months access, 24/7, will cost $990, including GST. Or you could take out a 3 months package, $286, including GST. This special offer is open until the 10th of December, 2024. If you're ready to start implementing advisory services for your clients now, please go to our website, www.essbiztools.com.au, click on packages and pricing and start a package, and then select which package you want to avail yourself of, the 12 months 50% discount or the 3 months special package offer. And after 3 months, hopefully you will elect to subscribe for the further 9 months for that package, which will really assist you. We look forward to welcoming you and your colleagues to the ESS BizTools community. Stay safe. Have a great day. Thank you for being with us today. Goodbye. And I look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, comments, or need any other information. Thank you.